Hey guys, welcome. In this video, we're going to look at another new feature in Star Citizen Alpha 4.8 PTU. It's the fly suit and G-force tolerances. First, we're gonna do some homework by analyzing the patch note word for word. But if it's too boring for you, you can skip this part. Now, here is what the patch note says about the fly suits and G-force tolerances. From now on, what you wear in the cockpit will now have a direct effect on how well your body handles the forces of high-performance flight, meaning G-force. Flight suits are purpose-built for this environment and improve your G-force tolerance above the unequipped baseline. The unequipped baseline is perhaps naked? Well, letting you sustain tighter maneuvers longer before blacking out. And that is important, especially for rookies like me. When I do space combat, oftentimes I black out when I do tight maneuvers. Now, combat armor works in the opposite direction. It is built for ground engagements and protection, not for sustained high G flight, and will reduce your G-force tolerance accordingly. This change makes loadout decisions more meaningful for pilots and creates a clearer distinction between gear designed for flying and gear designed for fighting. Well, we want immersion in this game, so here comes another major immersive feature. Distinction between flying suit and fighting suit. Note, fly suits will be added to shops later in the PTU cycle, but will also be available as blueprints and TSG looting. Here are some more details. Fly suits provide a positive G-force resistance modifier, improving your tolerance above the unequipped baseline. So we do have a modifier underlying all of these different armors and suits. Combat armor applies a negative modifier, reducing G-force tolerance that increases in increments based on light, medium, heavy compared to flying unequipped. Undersuits also contribute to the total G-force resistance calculation and are factored into the final value. The modifier is distributed across the full armor set. Partial loadouts result in proportionally adjusted tolerance. Okay, so if you're wearing heavy core and light arm and light leg, all those values are equally divided, which will give you a total average G-force tolerance value. Combat fly suits now provide a 15% damage mitigation in addition to their G-force resistance bonus, giving pilots a defensive trade-off when choosing flight gear over combat armor. Oh wow, combat fly suits. Next, Arena Commander Race Mode now spawn players in the best available racing fly suit by default, ensuring competitive events start with the optimal G-force configuration. Alright, so the racing or the combat fly suit will have a higher tolerance. Dedicated fly suits are optimized for high G environments and provide the highest G-force tolerance available. Racing suits are tuned for sustained performance in competition. Combat fly suits offer meaningful resistance alongside 15% of damage mitigation. Let's not get confused here. So we have three types of fly suits. One is fly suits. The other is racing suits. The other is combat fly suits. Next one, baseline unequipped, no armor or suit. This is when you're completely naked or with only a medical gown. Wait a second. Where are the medical gowns? Are they just completely vanished from the verse? Flying without any armor or suit is the reference point for G-force tolerance. This is similar to the current G-force tolerance pre-4.8. All modifiers are applied relative to this state. So default state is when you are naked. Next one, light or medium combat armor will provide a reduced G-force tolerance. Light combat armor loadouts apply a moderate negative modifier to G-force tolerance. Pilots wearing partial or light armor sets will notice reduced resistance compared to flying unequipped, but the impact is less severe than full heavy armor. And now is a full heavy combat armor greatly reduce the G-force tolerance. A complete heavy armor loadout represents the lowest G-force tolerance in the system. Heavy armor provides maximum damage protection for ground combat, but significantly reduces your ability to sustain high G maneuvers in cockpit. Plan your loadout accordingly. Now, this is another factor for multi-crew gameplay. In a multi-crew situation, the pilot will equip him or herself with the best flying suit or combat flight suit. But for the troopers, you will equip heavy armors for ground combat. If the pilot dies, then one of you throw out your combat armor and get on the pilot seat and fly the ship. Alright, so our homework is done. Now we have a better picture of how the flight suits and G-force works. Now we can do some fun tests in-game. First thing, let's take a look at these undersuits. I have one I'm wearing. This is a racing flight suit. So if you look at the descriptions, second to the last line, it says G-force tolerance. This suit is 100%, but damage reduction is 5%. But this is a pledge suit. You have to buy it from the pledge store. And now let's take a look at some other suits. Start with this one. This is just a undersuit. And this G-force tolerance is 90%. Damage reduction is 5%. And now this one is, this is a heavy utility suit. It doesn't show you the G-force tolerance. But for heavy suits, it will have a negative G-force modifier. As to what this modifier is, I'm not sure yet. Now for regular undersuit, the G-force tolerance is 90%. Check this one as well. Stone skin undersuit. This one, damage reduction is 10%. So even for the undersuit, their stats are different. This one is the Venture undersuit. Damage reduction is 5%. G-force tolerance 90%. And now this one, what is this one? Oh, this one is a placeholder, okay. Now this is another pledged suit. Fortuna Racing Fly Suit. It's 5% and 100%. So the Racing Fly Suit is one of the best choices for flying ships. Do we have a combat fly suit? Oh yes, this one is. This one is also a pledged fly suit. Omni ASF Sapphire Armored Fly Suit Slate. So the item type is armored flight suit. So this is the third type. We have the regular flight suit, the racing flight suit. Now this one is the armored flight suit. Damage reduction is 15%, but the G-force tolerance is a little bit lower, 97.5%. It's not too bad, but it does give you a much better damage reduction than the regular flight suit. So if I put this one on, and for this one, I do not have the option of equipping a backpack. But the fly suit, you do have an option to equip a heavy backpack like this. But we're going to check out the backpacks later, see if they will interfere with our flight performance or not. So as far as I can see here, maybe CIG will give us new flight suits with different stats. But in terms of what I have here in my inventory, these are the three types. One is just the regular undersuit. And the regular undersuit, the G-force tolerance so far, they're all 90%. But some of the undersuits will have a 10% damage reduction. Some will have only 5% damage reduction. So the regular undersuit is the worst fly suit. The best ones will be either the racing fly suit or the combat fly suit. And in terms of the flight performance, the racing fly suit is the best. For the armors, I've looked at most of them. It does not tell you the negative G-force modifier. So we wouldn't know the numbers, but we can test it in game. And now let's just not equip anything. So this is the baseline. You know what? We should check clothing as well. Clothing, I don't think it does anything. It doesn't say G-force tolerance. And the patch note did not mention anything about clothing. So I believe clothing will just be as if you're naked. So I can just wear any clothing here. And for today's test, we're just gonna use the Gladius alone. So we have a controlled environment. So let's do some G maneuvers. We're gonna do a forward strafe with full boost. 3, 2, 1, boost. Oh, blacked out already! Oh, but I recovered pretty fast. Now, I did not have the G-force safety on. You can see on my middle right. When I turn it on, you see a little shield with G. So I did not turn the G-force safety on. So let me turn the G-force safety on and then do a full stop. Okay, now let's boost forward. 3, 2, 1. Boost. It's a little bit better with a G-force safety on, but I'm slowly getting blacked out here. But I can endure for such a long time. 7G I can endure. Now, the maximum G I can pull is 21.3 G. That's probably up strafe, so I'm gonna do that. Without the G-force safety, turn it off. 3, 2, 1, boost. Yeah, 18.6 G, blacked out. That's really quick. And oh, taking a long time to recover. Oh, bloody eyes. Oh, this reminds me of DayZ. When you knock down by the zombies. Oh. Okay, that's without the G-force safety. I'm gonna turn the G-force safety on. 3, 2, 1. Up strafe. Oh, with G safety on, I am not pulling that high when I up strafe. The maximum is 12 G, I see. 13 something. Yeah. Okay. Not blacking out. Second test. We are going to change to a fly suit. Let's equip this undersuit. So we're just gonna wear this one. This is a racing helmet. First is the forward strafe without the G-force protection. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. I am blacking out, but I think it's a little bit better than when I was naked. Now with G-force protection, forward strafe, 3, 2, 1, go. 15 G, the maximum I can pull. Almost at the brink of blacking out. But, well, let's reach the full speed. Okay, now without G-force protection, I'm gonna do a up strafe and forward strafe together. 3, 2, 1, go. 19.8 G and blackout. Oh, that's also pretty quick. And recovered faster. And now with G-force protection, forward and up strafe. 3, 2, 1. 18 G I can pull. And oh, almost blacked out, but eventually I didn't. Now, before we test out the combat fly suit as well as the racing fly suit, I want to test the armors first, since we have the undersuit here. So I'm going to equip a full set of light armor. There we go, a full set of light armor. Okay, forward strafe without G-force protection. 3, 2, 1, go. And blacking out. Recover pretty quick. Now with G-force protection, forward strafe, can pull up to 11 G. And oh, no blacking out. And now without G-force protection, forward and up strafe. 3, 2, 1. 19.8 G. Ooh, blacked out pretty quick. Now with G-force protection, forward and up strafe, go. 14, 13G. Oh! Oh! I think almost blacked out. Or blacked out for 1 second. And then it's recovered. So with the light armor, it's definitely a little bit more to get blackout than when I just wearing the undersuit. Okay, next test is a full set of medium armor with a medium backpack. First, without G-force protection, forward boost, fire. And, ooh, blackout quite fast. And recovered. Oh, when I turn around, I blacked out again. Okay. With G-force protection, boost forward, go. 11G something. And, ooh, at the brink of blacking out. And full speed. Okay. And now without G-force protection, up and forward strafe. 3, 2, 1. 20G I can pull. And whoa, blackout really fast. And recovered. Turn around. Try to slow down. And 13.7G blacked out again when I turn around. With G-force protection, up and forward strafe, 3, 2, 1. 13G and oh, almost blacked out, but I didn't. Okay, the next test, a full set of heavy armor with a heavy backpack. Heavy armor forward boost without G-force protection. 3, 2, 1. 21.3G I just pulled and blacked out really quick. And recovered. And oh, yeah, blacked out again when I try to turn back. Now turn the G-force protection on. Forward boost. Fire. 8.1G. And oh, I am not blacking out. I am not blacking out, but you can see I can pull significantly less G than when I'm wearing the light armor or just the fly suit. So the G-force protection will adjust according to the armor you wear. But the heavier the armor, the less G that you can pull, which means the less maneuver that you can do. So let's try the up strafe and forward strafe without the G-force protection. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 20.2G and blacked out. Wow, that is quick. Less than 2 seconds. And, ooh, difficult to recover as well. Oh, just recovered. And now, with the G-force protection, up and forward strafe, 10G. Yeah, a little bit less G that I can pull than other armors. And almost blacked out. So the G-force protection will protect you from blacking out, but the less G that you can pull, the heavier armors that you wear. Next test, we're gonna move on to the best fly suits. First will be the racing fly suit. 100% G-force tolerance. But in order to achieve that 100%, you do need a matching racing helmet. Now for this fly suit, I did not wear any backpack because if you wear a heavy backpack, it will also reduce your G-force tolerance. But we are going to test that in the next run. Alright, the first test is forward boost without...
Fly safe, okay?
Alright, I'll fly safe. Okay, forward boost without G-force protection. 3, 2, 1, go. And oh, I am blacking out. Yes. And recovered really fast. Now turn back. I've just pulled 20 G. Okay, let's try this again. Forward boost. Yeah, 21.3 G. I am pulling the maximum G-force. If I just slow down a little bit, I can get myself out of the blacking out without the G-force protection. Yeah, 21.3 G I just pulled. And the blackout situation is much more manageable even without the G-force protection. All right, forward and up strafe. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, 20 G I can pull. Oh, blacked out. That's pretty quick, but recovered also really fast. Oh, wow. Keep pulling up, and I am not blacking out. Increase my G. 21.3 G. Gonna black out, and yeah, I can manage it. What a difference. 20 G and pull back. I can manage it again. And if I give side strafe together with up strafe and rotate. Ooh, this is much better. And then turn the other side. There we go. Yeah, can totally manage the blackout situation with this suit. Now, next test is going to be my favorite loadout. I'm always using this loadout, even in live. It's a fly suit with a cool heavy helmet. But because of this, I am not going to use the heavy helmet. I'm just going to use the matching fly suit helmet. But I am going to use a heavy backpack. And this is going to bring my G-force resistance down. But as to how much, that's what I want to test. All right, fly suit, 2 tractor beams, med gun, heavy backpack with 1 primary weapon and max lift. Okay, first test, forward strafe without G-force protection. Let's go. Ooh, pulling 21.3 G. Yep, blacking out. And now, recovered pretty quick. Turn back. 21.3 G. Pull back a little bit. Yep, this G-force is still manageable. And now with G-force protection on, that's going to be a lot easier to manage. So, forward strafe, I can pull about 15 G. Now, 10.4, so not even getting close to blacking out with this G-force protection. And now, without G-force protection, I'm gonna go forward and up strafe. Go! 19.6 G, blacked out, and recovered really quick. Go again, 12.9 G. 21.3 G, rotate. I'm gonna give a side strafe as well. 21.2 G. Getting blackout, pull back, and recovered. Yes, even with the heavy backpack and guns, this is still quite manageable. The last loadout we're gonna test is this armored flight suit. So damage reduction is 15% and G-force tolerance 97.5 is almost no difference with 100%. However, the problem is you cannot put a backpack. We can put a multi-tool, primary weapon, a pistol, or a med gun. Let's see how many weapons. Oh, we can put only 1 weapon. Oh yeah, you can only put 1 primary weapon, whatever that is. And you can put either a pistol or a med gun, but no backpack. you do have a matching helmet. Now, this one is not the matching helmet. Oh, actually, this is a flight helmet, guys. So damage reduction is 10%. And let's go test it. Okay, first one is forward strafe. 3, 2, 1,
Fly
go.
safe, okay?
Without G-force protection, blacked out, pull back, and recovered, turn around. Oh, this can pull 21.3 G as well. But if you know how to maneuver, you can totally manage it, just as the racing suit. And now with G-force protection, you can still pull 15 G something, 15, 16 G. Yeah, so definitely better G-force you can pull. And now, without G-force protection, forward and up strafe, go. 21.1 and blacking out. Rotate to manage it. Yep, much more manageable than when you wear the armors. Now with G-force protection, up strafe, you can pull about 15.4 G maximum. That's still pretty good. Oh, 18 G, I see it. So yeah, you need to know how to manage blacking out situation and then wear the best suit for your situation in order to minimize the blackout.